Hey everybody. Liberty can be a hard term to define, according to Daniel Dreisbach in his book, Reading the Bible with the Founding Fathers. In chapter 9, Stand Fast in Liberty, Dreisbach quotes John Reid as saying, "No word generated greater praise or stirred more emotion than liberty." The theme of liberty is found in both the Old and New Testaments. In fact, the story of the Exodus by the children of Israel was used often when talking about America's cause for liberty from Great Britain. Many Americans use the rhetoric of the New Testament to proclaim Christian liberty as well as political liberty. They recognized that the Bible was speaking of Christian liberty, but they felt they should be able to transfer the analogy to include political liberty from the British. There were some, however, who thought that this was a perversive use of the Bible. During the pre-revolution era and the revolution itself, there were several symbols that were used to spread the idea and concept of liberty. I'd like to share 4 of them with you. First is the Liberty Tree. It was a tree planted on the road into Boston in 1645. Anyone leaving Boston would pass by this tree. It was named the Liberty Tree in 1765 when the Loyal Nine used it as a symbol to denounce the unnecessary violence that was occurring while still advocating freedom for the colonies. The British chopped it down in 1775, shortly before the start of the war, because they felt it would demoralize the colonists. However, that was not the case. The second symbol was the Liberty Cap. This is a conical style hat that was worn by the French during the French Revolution, but colonists began using it as well. In addition, it was worn by former slaves who had been liberated, and this practice had actually begun earlier during Roman times to show a slave's freedom. A third symbol of liberty was the Liberty Pole or the Liberty Wand. This began to appear in New York City during protests of the Stamp Act and then spread across the nation. One pole in New York City was actually more than 170 feet high, which was taller than any building in New York at the time. These poles often held banners or may have been topped with a liberty cap. The fourth symbol is one of the most well-known symbols of liberty during the Revolution, and that was the Liberty Bell. Perhaps the least known part of the history of the Liberty Bell, but very intriguing part, is that it was the abolitionists who actually gave the Liberty Bell its famous name. The bell was commissioned in Philadelphia and was inscribed with "Proclaim liberty through all the land to all the inhabitants thereof," Leviticus 25:10. This verse actually refers to the year of Jubilee when slaves were set free according to Hebrew tradition. All these symbols were easily recognized by the people to help spread the idea of liberty, both to the general public, but also to the congregations during worship services. According to Dreisbach, there were 3 terms of art that were very important when discussing liberty. There was natural liberty, which is the liberty one surrenders when entering society so that all people will get along. Second, there is civil liberty, which one does not give up even when entering society. In essence, it's the liberty that you keep even after giving up certain things in order to get along in society. Finally, there is Christian liberty, which is the liberty that one enjoys through Christ after becoming a believer. Liberty is a gift from God. It is not a license to do whatever one wishes, but it comes with responsibilities. For the Founding Fathers, they believed they had the right from God and the responsibility to the people to fight for their liberty from Great Britain.